please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Good morning again. Ashwani, is there a trade opening up on the index, either on the long side or on the short side? And what about individual stocks?
See, at the open, Bank Nifty came off 170, 180 thereabouts. But I don't think the market is quite ready to collapse. Maybe it works out to be a narrow range day. What's interesting is that, again, the better quality NBFCs are picking up. So something like Bajaj, Finserv, etc., they are moving off the lows. Similarly, NIT Tech, etc., are seeing some sort of upside. So, that move back into quality is again starting out. For the moment, NIT Tech is a buy with a stop of 1080, target of 1120. Jubilant is a sell with a stop of 2700, target of 2575. India Bulls Housing is a sell with a stop of 1215, target of 1165.
Okay, well, those are some sell calls coming in on India Bulls Housing. Mitesh Thakkar and Rajat Bose also join in. By the way, the market is now absolutely flat, so it has seen a bit of a recovery from the lows. And a couple of these stocks from the mid-cap IT space, not just NIIT, Hexaware is also piling up its gains now. That one's looking pretty good. Mitesh, any of these mid-cap IT names that you like? And if not, anything else that you're looking at this morning?
No, I think I do like Hexaware. I think 480, 485 looks to be a good position target over there. So I think very clearly that's something which is making a fresh swing breakout above the earlier highs of 445, 450 zone. So I would be a buyer with a stop below 445. That apart, my trading calls right now are both on the capital goods side. L&T after numbers has shown continuation signals. So buy with a stop at 1390. Look for targets of 1450. And BHEL is a buy. Keep a stop below 77.5 and look for targets of 86.
Okay, fair enough. Page Industries is the other one where we are seeing a bit of a move right now. Just pull out the intraday chart of that stock. So that one right now moving to high point. 155 points down now, by the way, on the Bank Nifty. Rajat Bose is also with us. Rajat, good morning. What are your stocks?
Good morning, Anuj. I have 2 buy and 1 sell. McDowell May Future, I would like to buy with a stop below 33.10 and 33.72 and 34.16 are the 2 targets for McDowell. That is United Spirits. And Tata LXI May Futures, I would buy with a stop below 12.29 and my target will be 12.62. Balrampur Chini, I would say that it is a sell with a stop above 74.10, 68.50. This will be basically a retracement of the pullback that it showed. And until such time that the Nifty falls below 10,640, we are not in for any major downswing. At the same time, 10,725 to about 10,784 would be the critical zone, beyond which only this move would be sustained if the Nifty maintains its tempo. And so long as Bank Nifty stays above 26,500, it will maintain the bullish tempo. Otherwise, there could be some selling in bank stocks as well.
Okay, by the way, Hexaware has made a new high, and remember after the result it fell 10%, and very quickly it's back to the new highs. Ashwani, I just wanted your thoughts also on Balrampur Chini. You reckon the rally is over here, or is this dip a buying opportunity?
No dip is buying opportunity on Balrampur Chini. It takes a while for such stocks to bottom out, so just ignore would be my call.
Okay, well, gentlemen, thanks a lot for joining us, because we do have a management now who's joining us. The RCF stock is seeing some green despite posting a weak quarter. It's the fertilizer business where the big misses coming from. Umesh Dhatrak, the chairman and managing director of RCF, joins us now. Mr. Dhatrak, thank you so much for patiently waiting by. I just want to start off with the fertilizer business, where you have seen a dip in your revenues, down almost 11% in this quarter. Tell us where the pressure is coming in from, and do you expect this kind of volume pressure even in the first half of FY19?
Good morning. Madam, our results are a bit low. These are some of the factors which are affecting that. If you see our plant performance, operating performance has been consistently good. All our plants are operating at full load, both at our Trombay unit as well as Thal unit. except for some of the chemical group of plants which are under shutdown due to viability. But there were some exceptional items this year which has affected our profit. Mainly this gratuity limit is increased from 10 lakh to 20 lakh. So we had to make one-time provision for this increased gratuity along with wage revision. Then gas prices were high consistently throughout this year, and particularly so in the last quarter. With that, our operating margins behind reassessed capacity has reduced because of lower IPP.
Okay.
Then rupee devaluation has also affected our performance. And some provisions which we made had to be reduced because of earlier year provisions.
Okay.
So these are the reasons why our performance is a bit low this year.
But good morning, Mr. Dhatra. Can things get better in the current year?
Yeah.
I mean, the employee expense obviously was a one-off, but you know, the fertilizer EBIT fall is rather huge. So can you really overturn and become more profitable in the fertilizer space?
Yeah, madam. Fertilizer is a controlled industry.
Yes.
Highly controlled industry. And our performance depend on mainly on these government policies, and along with that international parity price, that is IPP we call, and then foreign exchange, and also the gas price, which plays the main role in our production, deciding our production cost.
Okay. So,
and this affects mainly for beyond the reassessed capacity.
Okay.
so can you tell us, Mr. Dhatra?
And this year,
Yes, go ahead, sir.
yeah, please.
No, I wanted to just understand from you what is the current receivable situation in this year, and you know, how much has the government paid so far, and you know, what is expected?
This year government situation receivables are comparatively lower side. We have been consistently getting subsidy payout regularly, and also government has provided us special package for our loan. So this has eased the subsidy situation, and our interest burden has also reduced because of better fund management and provision for subsidized interest.
Okay. So what about the DBT? How widespread is it? And will that mean more waiting time for the money to hit you? Will it be expensive? Or will DBT be beneficial?
Yeah. Madam, DBT is implemented in major states like Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh in October last year. And by February this year, it is implemented throughout the country. As you are knowing, it is a bit different than that implemented for our LPG gas.
Yes.
Here, the subsidy is paid directly to the manufacturer and not to the customer, not to the farmer. So farmer are paying the same subsidized price for purchasing their urea and other NPK fertilizers. Subsidy, we are producing our fertilizer throughout the year, but the sale occurs when farmer buys the fertilizer only in the season. So now with change scenario, we will be getting this subsidy, we will be eligible for getting subsidy only when sales occur through POS machine at retailer level. So this is going to affect our working capital. Let us see how it goes. It has just started. This is the first season.
Yeah.
We are observing.
Okay, so working capital could get impacted for you. Just before we let you go then, a final question on what the volume could be for both the chemical and the fertilizer business. What could be a reasonable volume growth you think in FY19?
As far as RCF is concerned, we are producing more than 25 lakhs tons of fertilizer. And if you see the all India basis, the fertilizer imports are reducing because the production is increasing.
Okay.
Government is supporting us for maximizing our production behind reassess capacity, and that has reduced the import in last few years.
Okay. All right, Mr. Datrak, we will have to leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining us with those details. The key monitorable, of course, is going to be how the DBT works and how late will it be before fertilizer companies get the subsidy amount from the government. That's could be a problem in FY19. We'll take we don't go to a break on that note because it's already past 10 and the commodity markets have opened. So let's invite Manisha Gupta to tell us what the early trends are and some trading strategies. Manisha?
Oh, well, absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Lata. Well, we have seen the crude oil prices start with a bit of a gain into the markets. Remember, as we have been talking about, it is the Brent crude oil prices which are trading in the positive, up 0.5% in the global markets. And even as the US crude oil prices are down 1.5%, we clearly seem to be taking cues from the Brent, and 0.5% of gain is what we can see on the screens here. The support really comes in on the back of the concerns and also the fact on whether or not the OPEC and Russia will actually go ahead and increase that 1 million barrel per day of supplies into the global markets that they have been talking about. That clarity will only come in by 22nd of June. That is when the OPEC and the allies will have their biannual meeting to review the demand, supply, and of course the prices in the global markets. The gold and silver prices in the meanwhile have taken a wee bit of a support. Remember, yesterday we did see some buying coming in on the weaker side, but it is still $1,300 per ounce in the global markets, which continues to be a stiff resistance for that space. But some buying, as you can see, so 0.25% up, and gold and silver, both those commodities in the Asian markets right now. The base metal prices clearly seem to be taking all their cues from the steel prices, which have continued to see strength. Steel inventories actually in Shanghai have declined by 40% since the month of March, and the prices have gained up by 15% in the same time. The best gains clearly coming in for the nickel prices in the meanwhile. In this week itself, we have seen the prices gain up by 2%, and it's up nearly 8% for the month of May. 1.5% of gains yet again coming in for nickel. It is a good buy that you have seen in other commodities as well. Lead prices had gained 7.5% in the previous week, and we have seen some more buying come in there on the back of supply shortages that the primary markets are reporting in that case. Trading strategies, and we have them from KDR Commodities today. They have sell calls coming in for the metal prices. Gold prices, they expect the target at 30,800 on the lower side. They also have a sell call coming in for copper. 456 per kg is the target there.
Okay, thank you for that, Manisha. Well, I know June 21-22 is the meeting at Vienna. I can go and cover it for you if you want.
I would go.
Thank you very much.